Hey guys, it's me, Victoria, and today I wanted to give you 4 book recommendations. And these are 4 of my top favorite books of all time. So, yeah, let's get started. So, the first one, James Herriot, Every Living Thing. Um, this is a series. I think there's like 6 or 7 books in this series, but the first one is the best, and it's an international bestseller, so you might have heard of it, but basically it's about this vet living like in the countryside in England in like the 40s, and he has like a small country vet practice, and he just drives around in his old car with his dog to all these really old farms with like English country people and who have these really like ancient stables, and he just talks about like birthing animals and saving animals' lives, and they're all really short, funny stories, and like his relationship with his partner, who's like this crazy character, and it is not only like a page turner, which I love, and really beautiful. It's beautifully written. It's funny. It's touching. It makes you cry. It makes you laugh. Like, this is one of those books that even though it's like this cheap paperback, it's just really, really beautiful. And I still remember like the world of these books and just the feeling of living in the English countryside with him, hiking in the Dales and like meeting his wife and chilling like with his dog. So you gotta read it. It's incredible. It's one of my favorite books of all time. And yeah, read the rest of the series once you get hooked. So next book. Um, Kind of on a different subject. If You Want to Write by Brenda Ueland. A book about art, independence, and spirit. And I was in college when I just found this like in my house that I was living with my roommates, and I started reading it, and I was just like, "What the f is this book? And why am I hooked for life? Like, why have I never heard of this book? Like, can anyone believe how truly genius and brilliant this book is?" I was just like, "Has anyone read this book? Like, where did this book come from?" It is truly like an incredible book. And this woman, she was like this very early feminist growing up in like the 20s basically, or 20s and 30s and 40s maybe. Like, she was a writing teacher just for like a community college basically, but she was, let's see if there's a picture in here. I don't think there is, but oh yeah, there is. You got, look what she looked like. She always wore this like striped suit, and she was just so authentic and so unique, and she truly understood what art is about, which is expressing your innermost truth and feelings. And it's all about like art, whether it be books, paintings, music, movies, and it's just amazing, and it will help you. It's kind of like a self-help book in that way, because it makes you realize what's important about expressing your feelings and what's important about art. So you gotta read it. It's incredible. Next this is actually a children's book. It's called The Midnight Fox by Betsy Byars, and I got this as a recommendation from Gretchen Rubin's book club for her children's book recommendation. She does like 3 recommendations every month. They're always very good. But this book just blew me away. I was hooked, couldn't put it down. Basically, it's about this young kid who goes to his grandmother's farm, and he's kind of just like, "Oh, this is gonna be so stupid. Like, I'd rather be home, playing with my friends, like basically playing computer games." Although I don't think computers were around when this book was written, but it's that same feeling. And he goes to his aunt and uncle's, or maybe his grandparents' farm, and he's just like bored, and he's spending all day in the woods when he sees this black fox, and to him it is just like the most magical moment, and he just has this like deep insight, I guess, into nature and like the beauty of nature and the beauty of like wild animals and everything. And then the fox, though, it starts stealing hens. So his grandfather tries to trap and hunt and kill the fox. So it's definitely like a vegan book because he has to struggle with, obeying his grandparents and his literal love and respect and admiration and understanding for the miracle of life in all its forms. And it is just like a riveting book. It's so beautifully written. It just captures something very, very magical about childhood, summer, nature, and the importance of life, like of the miracle of life, the sacred. What I'm trying to say is like the sacredness of life in all its forms. That was kind of like, ugh. But it's an incredible book and very, very short. So, summer read. Then finally, this is called My Year by Roald Dahl. This is one of his like lesser known books. It's also really short. I've read I'm pretty sure almost all of Roald Dahl's books. This is like one of my favorite because it's just about when he's kind of older and he's living in the countryside in England. And it just goes month by month, like January, February, March, and he talks about what he loves about nature in every month. So like, in January it's like the cardinals are out or whatever, and then just different like flowers come out, and he kind of reminisces about his life, and he's just the most incredible writer. Oh god, yeah. And it's just so beautiful. It just makes you feel like the beauty of nature. So these are all incredible books, and some of my all-time favorites. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what your favorite books are, because I love a good book recommendation. That's one of my hobbies, is just like researching books online on Amazon, deciding which ones to buy. So thanks again for watching, and I will talk to you later.